Hello friends, and welcome back to the channel for the finale of Season 50. It's war number 12, and we have a matchup today against Salty. Both of these alliances are locked into podium, so this war is really just going to determine who is finishing second and who is going to be finishing third. Team today, Deathless King Groot returning to war, very excited, 4 fights with him, a fight with Chavez, and I was not assigned a third attacker, so I decided just to bring Odin, mostly for the aptitude pre-fight, which really helps Deathless King Groot's Fury buffs. Alright, we're starting off today on Path 3, Node 3. We have an Omega Sentinel here who is a tactic defender. So we're going to be starting off by just playing real conservative, parry and a couple hits until we get our Scythe charge up. And then, as I recall, she turtles up on this special 1, and we actually end up losing the Scythe charge, so I kind of have to reset myself, wait for my Fury buffs to come back, which will then give us another Scythe charge. So we're sitting at 9 here, so as soon as the Furies trigger, we'll be good to go, but again, we can't punish that special attack safely because she could auto-block it, or whatever. So we special intercept with the special 1 to remove the armors. We've got 2 Scythe charges now, and from here we can pretty much do it as we please because we're going to be covered for the rest of the fight. I have a little bit of trouble lining up the special 2 here. So like I have the special lock on me. Again, she doesn't really want to throw the special 1 right away. So I think I make the choice here to just dump my power with the special 1 and try to come back around for the next Fury cycle with a big special 2. So Furies run out, regen triggers, we are staying topped up. I'm pretty sure Deathless King Groot finished this fight with a full yellow bar, which is how I like to finish all my fights with him. We don't even get back up to the SP2. A nice 20k heavy finishes her off. Alright, next up we have an ULTRON on Node 12. This is a much easier fight than the previous one, mostly because you have a greater amount of control over ULTRON's armor up buffs. As long as you don't hit into his block too many times, he will never trigger an armor up buff, and then you don't have to worry about the nodes at all. So otherwise, similar fight to the previous one, we just want to get our Scythe passive up. That'll take care of ULTRON's natural evade in addition to the evade and other stuff from the tactic. And then we're going to stick to the special 1 in this fight. So since this is a 6-star ULTRON, he is max sig. The incinerate duration is going to be cut by half, I think, if we were to use the special 2. And then he'll regen most of the burst damage anyway. So we're going to rely on the armor breaks in this fight to really amp up our damage. Combo here into the striker, and there's a 41k heavy crit right there to finish him off. Another yellow bar finish for the king. Alright, up in Section 2, we're on Path 8. We have yet another tactic defender here with HULKBUSTER, not a particularly threatening one this time anyway. So we have the shock pre-fight available to us just in case one of his shocks does sneak through our Furies. I think the first one gets absorbed right there. And then we have our Scythe charge up right away, which makes the rest of the fight pretty easy. We have our ignition charges ready, and at this point, we're trying to get back up to a big special 2 with a bunch of Furies to end the fight. If you recall, Deathless King Groot special 2 does double damage against heroes in the tech class. HULKBUSTER fits both of those tags, so that's what we're trying to get up to. Now right here, I think I end up dumping my power because I see my Furies are about to end, so I figure I might as well cash in on a couple of armor breaks, and then I'm very comfortable getting back to my special 2 by the time the Fury cycle starts over again. So just, you know, a little bit of increase in damage there over the course of the fight. And very, very easy fight here again. I think he does get enough stuff going to get some of the power efficiency charges active, but it doesn't really become an issue here. So fire off the special 2, and third yellow bar finish in a row for the king. Alright, up on Node 35, it's our old buddy GORR. We have Chavez here with power backs and Mystic special boosts on. Same strategy as the last couple times we took this fight. We're going to do full heavies to apply as many copies of the negative zone as possible, and the goal there is to stop and eventually reverse the power gain from Rich Get Richer. This GORR is much more cooperative in terms of the special 1. He throws it right away, and right here I cancel into my special 2, and almost kills him. Doesn't quite do enough damage to get us back up to a special 2, so I'm going to play it safe here, bait out one more special 1 from him, and then I'm expecting a basic combo here to finish him off. And it does. Really, really clean fight there. Alright, the final fight of the war and of my season is this Iron Man Infinity War mini-boss up on Node 40 with Burden of Might and High Energy Diet. Now, if I were to do this fight again, I would do a few things differently, starting with the special one right here. So I still had the Advanced Power Boost active from my previous fight against GORR, so I went ahead and just started the fight off with the special one. But if you've noticed here, we have now given him permanent healing via willpower for the rest of the fight, and I did do the math on it, and from the moment he gets that third armor break until the end of the fight, he heals up a total of about 10% of his max health, so about 40,000 health. Yeah, so just, lengthens the fight a bit, and I think if I were to be assigned this fight again, I would probably skip the special one entirely and just rely completely on my basic attacks. Iron Man, very tanky defender on this node. We don't have to worry about the auto block, of course, but his armor ups are preventing a lot of our damage, and they're preventing a lot of our crits as well, because he does get crit resistance from those armor ups. So this is a much longer fight. We cannot use our heavy in this fight because there is an energy burst damage component, and that will trigger High Energy Diet and the reinvigorated node. So we have to basically stick only to basic attacks for the entire fight. And I wasn't really afraid of timing out. I knew that as the fight went on, Deathless King Groot's Furies increase in potency, and once we hit, I think it's the 100-second mark, they will be effectively double potency from what they are at the start. So I knew that as the fight progressed, our damage would climb, and as long as we stayed aggressive, continue to build up those Furies each cycle, we would be fine. We're not having any trouble keeping the Scythe charge up again, and that's doing a lot of work as to counteracting his natural auto block in addition to the tactic. And then naturally the fight is going to slow down a bit more once we get him to 15% health. Just because we have to worry about the power gain here. We can't nuke him down with like a big special 2 and completely bypass that final phase of his kit. So we do have to bait out a couple specials. Power gain isn't too crazy because this is a relatively low sig Iron Man here. So we just gotta, stay patient, trust that he's going to throw those special attacks. I don't think he comes like perilously close to a special 3, but even if we were to take one, I'm pretty confident with the size of our health pool, we would be able to safely tank one and keep on going here. So, yeah, not much else to say about this fight. We're pretty much at the end here, and the Striker and one more combo ends it, and that is my war. Very pleased with how this one turned out. Unfortunately, not pleased with how it ended up for the Alliance. We did take the L here. I think we were probably due for a little bit of a letdown, a hangover war, if you would, after that previous one against GT. We were locked into podium. Everybody was kind of, feeling maybe a bit down from losing a chance at War Champ. So that's fine, though. Again, we're still locked into podium, and for an Alliance who is pushing only for top 10 to make it into the top 3 is pretty awesome. So I'm very happy, regardless of this outcome. 5 kills for me in this war, 0 deaths, and our record on the season finishes up at 10-2. Look forward to the season rewards and review video that should be out as soon as rewards are out in the coming days. And as always, thank you very much for watching. We'll see you again next time.